At least 59 people have been killed and dozens injured in Haiti after a fuel tank exploded in the city of Cap-Haitien. Officials suggest the truck driver lost control as it swerved to avoid a motorcycle taxi, causing it to flip over. It's alleged around 20 houses were also set ablaze by the explosion. Medical officials are issuing a public appeal for blood donations, a death toll expected to rise.
I was ready that sentence will be very tough, and I'm not going to sit now and count, in what age my husband will be released. Of course not. I'm just asking my one question to myself: what else I can do? What else can do democratic society to release not only Sergei, of course, but all the political prisoners who are behind the bars at the moment? And I'm really ready to be tough. I'm really ready to ask European countries, the USA, to be tougher, because this lawlessness, what's going on in Belarus now, is absolutely unavailable.
Now, leading our bulletin, former President Jacob Zuma must go back to prison. The High Court in Pretoria has set aside his medical parole. It's declared former Correctional Services Commissioner Arthur Fraser's move unlawful. The department's been ordered to take him back into custody so he can resume his 15-month sentence. His time spent on parole will not be counted as part of his time served. Correctional Services says it's studying the judgment and will make an announcement soon.
Yes, certainly when the decision was made that he is a person who qualifies to be released on medical parole, it was met with a substantial amount of scrutiny and dissatisfaction. And the reason for that was because of the fact that the then Commissioner of Correctional Services, Mr. Arthur Fraser, actually went over the heads of the Medical Parole Board, set aside their decision not to grant Jacob Zuma medical parole, and then used his own discretion, saying that this is a person who does qualify for medical parole.
The French military finally called it a quit in the battle northern region of Timbuktu. The French officers handed over the keys to a military base in the Malian city of Timbuktu on Tuesday after a nearly 9-year deployment. The ceremony took place near the city's airport, with the Malian army officers, officials from the local government and the United Nations attending. The French flag was lowered and the Malian flag raised in its place on the base, where a force of about 150 soldiers have remained after parade began withdrawing troops, having liberated the city from Islamists in 2013. French President Macron is expected in Mali next week for a show of solidarity with the Malian government in the fight against jihadists. Parade began withdrawing its soldiers in Mali and is due to fall to about 3,000 troops by next year.
Thanks, everyone.
Will the president have a press conference anytime soon here?
Well, Steve, I will let you know if we do, Brian.
Yeah,
You're invited.
thank you so much. We'd love to see you.
Thank you, Brian.
Thank you.
Well, another day of reporters asking for the president to hold a press conference. The White House press secretary Jen Psaki walked away from the podium today as a reporter asked, will the president have a press conference anytime soon? To which Ms. Psaki responds, we'll see, I'll let you know. White House media are crying out for the president to finally host a press conference and answer their questions. Last week, a reporter probed Ms. Psaki on whether Joe Biden planned to hold an end-of-year press conference. She claimed the president answers questions multiple times a week, but she doesn't have a formal press conference in the diary for Biden yet.
Now, adding another weapon to its naval arsenal, India has successfully tested a long-range supersonic missile assisted torpedo. The supersonic missile assisted torpedo was tested off the coast of eastern state of Odisha. Officials have said that the weapon system is being developed by India's Defence Research and Development Organization. The system is a next-generation missile-based standoff torpedo delivery system. The complete range of the missile was demonstrated in the test. Now, the new missile torpedo system is expected to enhance the Navy's anti-submarine warfare capability.
It was a shocking crime. A former NFL player who shot and killed 6 people before turning the gun on himself. The victims were Dr. Robert Leslie, his wife Barbara, and 2 of their grandchildren. Also, 2 air conditioner repairmen who happened to be at the doctor's home in South Carolina. Police found no motive for the attack. The only connection seemed to be that the 32-year-old Phillip Adams lived in the neighborhood. Now, researchers at Boston University who were asked to study Adams' brain say he was suffering from the debilitating brain disease CTE. Adams had unusually severe frontal lobe damage from being hit in the head over and over during his 6-season football career.